We recording? We recording. Hi. No, that was horrible. Scratch that. I suck at this. Okay. Hi, YouTube. It's me. It's me. This YouTube channel starting now. Oh crap. Now. Okay. Hello, YouTube. It's me. I'm here. You don't know who I am, actually. My name is Ian, and my beautiful wife, Ashlyn, is someone that a lot of you probably already watch. Her name is Ashlyn Kaylee. She's amazing. Today's the day, YouTube. Today is the day. I've been being pulled in this direction for a long time, not only by my wife, but by a lot of you all who watch her content. And I've kind of wanted to do this for a long time. Just have felt a little nervous doing it, felt a little uncertain whether I could hack it. And you know what? I said, forget it. I'm just gonna go with it, and let's see if anyone cares. A lot of this is just for me. I am an avid reader, and once I discovered this little thing called Booktube, I was hooked. I didn't know that people went online and talked about stuff that they were reading, stuff that they want to read, stuff that they liked, stuff that they didn't like, book challenges. I just didn't know this world existed until a few years ago, and I've wanted to be part of the community ever since. And my wife finally joined. Sorry about that. My wife finally joined this community of booktubers back in July. Well, December. I couldn't be more proud of her. And you all as her community have just been incredible in supporting her. So I think it's finally time. I've heard the people. I've heard the cry of the people, and I've heard the voice of my wife every day for months now. But I think I'm going to finally do this, people. Get ready for the wild ride.
This channel's gonna be
a little bit of expectation. I'm not gonna try to break the mold. No groundbreaking content here. It's just gonna be another guy on the internet talking about books. But I would like to implement a little bit of the vlog style, because I really like how my wife does that, and I like that feel. I feel like Booktube could use a little bit more of that, so I'm gonna be more in the vlog style of things instead of just straight book reviews and talking about books. Things that I hope to do. I hope to do vlogs, I hope to do book hauls, bookshop, top 10 videos. We're going to do good, bad, ugly videos. Why you should read this video. Why you should read this author videos. There's gonna be book reviews, there's gonna be book challenges, there's going to be a host of different ideas. There's a lot of stuff going on in this brain of mine right now of where I want the channel to go. I'm just a guy who wants to talk about his hobby and record it, so get ready for that. And you can always tell me what you want to see. I'm more than willing to do what the people want to see. If you want to see me stay up for 24 hours, reading as many books as I can in 24 hours, I will gladly oblige you. If you want to see me spend all of my savings account on books, I'll have to talk to my wife about that, but we can see what goes down in that area, because really at the end of the day, I'm starting this channel to branch out into different genres, different authors, different spaces in literature, because I've been a big fan of reading pretty much my entire life. You know, 6th grade was really when I started picking up books on my own. The first book I ever read, cover to cover, was The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and then of course fell in love with Middle-earth and The Lord of the Rings. And then of course in middle school I read, you know, Percy Jackson, and got into high school and read things like Mice of Men and Watership Down, read some of these classics. I always had a book, but I wasn't constantly reading, if that makes sense. I always had something I was reading, but I wasn't always reading. When I was younger, it would take me months to read one book, and now sometimes it takes me a couple of days, maybe even a few hours to read a book. I really started getting into adult fantasy and science fiction back in 2019 when I discovered A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I've never seen the show, but the book, A Game of Thrones, changed my view on fiction forever, because when I first discovered that novel, I'd kind of written off fiction. I thought fiction, it's more for kids, teenagers, that sort of thing. I didn't know an adult fictional setting existed until I found that book, and it changed my life. And I've been a fan of adult fantasy and science fiction ever since. And so I'm here to try and branch out I read too much fantasy. Well, not too much. You can never read too much fantasy. But I read a lot of fantasy. It's the majority of what I read. And then interspersed, I'll read science fiction. But I really want to branch out into historical fiction, literary fiction, even nonfiction. The nonfiction stuff that I do read, it mainly has to do with philosophy or world religions or theology. And if you want to see me talk about any of that stuff on this channel, I'd be more than happy to talk about what I'm reading in the Bible, or what theological treatise I'm reading, or what historical nonfiction book I'm reading. If you want to see nonfiction stuff, I can oblige that as well. Just let me know. But I'd like to branch out. So that's really why I'm starting this channel, for the most part, is to get book recommendations. This community is the best community on YouTube. Love talking to other people who love reading books. It's like few and far between in real life to find somebody who actually reads avidly, and on YouTube you can find there's millions of you people out there. So let's get together. Let's talk about books. So if you want to stick around, I've got a lot of cool things I want to do. I guess right now what I'm reading, just to kind of get you excited, I'm reading The Light of All That Falls by James Islington. Now, if you have seen this cover before, it's probably because if you're familiar with my wife's content, her and I did a book swapping challenge a few months ago, and she actually surprised me with the first book in this trilogy. It's called The Shadow of What Was Lost, and it is phenomenal, epic fantasy. It's beautiful. The magic is incredible. The characters are compelling. The plot is twisty. And I think the thing that draws me to this the most is probably his theme of delving into memories and time travel and immortality. It's very, very interesting epic fantasy. If you want something that makes you think, and it's very profound, but it's also very engaging at the same time, I would recommend this trilogy. So I'm reading this third novel in that set to wrap it up, and then I have no idea what I'm going to move on to. But if you want to see a vlog about this, I can vlog it. But yeah, guys, get excited. Get excited. I'm excited. We're gonna do a lot, and this shelf is gonna become 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then so many. And we're just gonna build a library together, and you're gonna see it as it unfolds, and it's gonna be amazing. And so I hope you stick around. If not, I'll just be a lonely man talking to his camera. I can deal with that. I think we're going to make something special. Stick around. Let's get started.